Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. General Mind is the place where we discuss everything science. Today's topic is all about the science behind sleep. We are going to talk about dreams and nightmares. On an average, humans sleep for 1/3 of their lives. Isn't that crazy? But the reason why we need to sleep is still unknown. Scientists believe that sleep helps us to restore our energy, but they don't know exactly why we lose energy in the first place. Do you ever wonder what is this dream stuff? Why do we have to dream while sleeping? And what causes bad dreams? A nightmare is basically a dream that is so frightening that it causes you to wake up suddenly. This is because the part of the brain that controls emotions is highly developed after birth, but it continues to develop until a person reaches the age of 25. Until then, kids are more likely to have nightmares than adults. According to researchers, nightmares occur when the amygdala, which is the part of the brain responsible for processing emotions, sends signals to other parts of the brain during REM sleep. For example, people who suffer from Parkinson's disease and other neurological disorders have a higher chance of having nightmares than those who are healthy. Some medications can cause nightmares as a side effect. For example, some drugs used to treat depression and high blood pressure have been known to cause nightmares in some patients. This is because alcohol and drugs interfere with the brain's ability to process emotions, which can lead to nightmares. This is because sleep deprivation affects the brain's ability to process emotions, which can lead to nightmares. Also, the tranquilizers that are used to treat anxiety can cause withdrawal symptoms. If you are feeling stressed, then try to relax yourself by taking deep breaths, counting sheep, or listening to soft music. Second, keep a dream journal. Write down your dreams every morning when you wake up. Or if they decide to fight someone in their dream, they could hurt themselves or the other person. That is why it is important for lucid dreamers to be aware of their surroundings and to be careful with their actions. This will help you to remember them and identify any patterns or triggers that may be causing them. It can also be a way to practice different skills or scenarios that you may encounter in real life. For example, if you are afraid of public speaking, you could practice giving a speech in your dreams. Lucid dreaming can also be a way to work through personal problems or issues. By dreaming about different scenarios, you can find new ways to approach problems or situations and find solutions that you may not have thought of before. Third, avoid alcohol and drugs. As we have discussed before, alcohol and drugs can interfere with the brain's ability to process emotions, which can lead to nightmares. Many cultures have stories and myths about the power of dreams and the ability to control them. In recent years, lucid dreaming has become a popular subject in pop culture, often portrayed as a way to escape from reality or explore different worlds and possibilities. So try to avoid them. Fourth, get enough sleep. Try to sleep for at least 8 hours every night. And if you have watched the video till now, Then thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one. If you are well rested, then you are less likely to have nightmares. Fifth, practiced good sleep hygiene. This means that you should try to go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Also, try to make your bedroom dark, quiet, and cool. When these symptoms occur, they can also cause nightmares. This is because as we age, the brain becomes less efficient at processing emotions, which can lead to nightmares. Even breathing problems like sleep apnea can lead to nightmares. Sleep apnea is a condition that causes a person to stop breathing while asleep. It can make a person restless during sleep, which will cause nightmares. Also, people who have experienced head injuries are more likely to have nightmares than others. This is because the head injury can affect the way the brain processes emotions, which can lead to nightmares. Number 1. Stress and anxiety. Stress can be caused by anything that makes you feel upset, angry, or nervous. In this state, the person can control the dream and decide what happens next. This type of dream is different from other dreams because the dreamer is aware of their surroundings and can control what happens around them. Lucid dreaming can be a fun and exciting experience, but it can also be dangerous if the dreamer is not careful. Some examples of stress are death of a loved one, divorce, financial problems, and starting a new school or job. Any type of stress can result in nightmares. That is why soldiers who experience combat are more likely to have nightmares than those who do not fight. This can cause you to sweat, increase your heart rate, and even make you scream. These are the people who have experienced a traumatic event in their life, such as abuse, violence, or being in an accident. Other psychological disorders like anxiety and depression can also result in nightmares. Our brain waves change, and this causes the muscles in our body to relax or become The eyes also move from side to side very fast, and this can cause dreaming. Yes, dreaming occurs when the brain sends signals to different parts of the body, which then reacts by twitching. Sometimes these reactions can be so strong that they can make us talk, shout, cry, or even walk in our sleep. If yes, then this episode is just for you. Let's get started. However, researchers say that dreams are like stories with a beginning, middle, and an end. They say that the parts of a dream are linked together by a storyline and have a theme. However, the storyline of the dream is not always easy to follow. It can jump from one subject to another without any warning. This happens because the brain cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. Therefore, it cannot tell if something is possible or impossible. The human body has certain biological rhythms that cause certain functions in our bodies to happen at regular intervals. One such function is sleep. One thing that scientists do know is that during sleep, our brains go through different stages. You may think that you understand what is happening in a dream because it seems so real. In a dream, you may fly into a building, turn into an animal, or perform other unbelievable actions. You may even come across people who are no more alive. In fact, most dreams include people, but not all of them are familiar faces. You may see unfamiliar people in your dreams, and this is because your brain scans different facial features that it sees during the day and puts them together to form new faces. This process is similar to how DNA is copied during cell division. Sometimes dreams can be pleasant, but other times they can be scary. Nightmares can happen to anyone, but they are common among children. Kids are more likely to have nightmares than adults. Now let's take a look at what can cause nightmares. Number 2. Psychological disorders. People who suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD, are more likely to have nightmares than others. Number 3. Medical problems. There are several medical problems that can cause nightmares. Number 4. Certain medications. Number 5. Substance abuse. If you consume alcohol or drugs, then you are more likely to have nightmares. Number 6. Sleep deprivation. If you haven't slept well for several nights, then you are more likely to have nightmares. Number 7. Aging. As a person gets older, the chances of having nightmares increase. So now you know what can cause nightmares. Let's talk about some ways to avoid them. First, reduce stress. Let's now talk about lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming is when a person knows that they are dreaming while they are asleep. For example, if the dreamer decides to fly in their dream, they could easily fall and injure themselves. There are many benefits to lucid dreaming. It can be a great way to escape from reality for a while and explore different worlds and possibilities. Lucid dreaming is a fascinating topic that has been studied for centuries. If you enjoyed the video, then leave a comment below and let us know.